Hello, happy Tuesday. I'm a minute early for once. So let me just wait for some viewers to pop on. I hope your Tuesday has been going well. Let's see. We have nobody on yet, so we'll just give it a minute or so. So I have a card tonight to show you guys using new products. I'm super excited about that. I hope you guys will like the new products. Let's see, it looks like somebody's on these comments. There we go. Hi Diane, welcome. I got to see your face today. I was very excited. Diane dropped off her swaps for this month and last month today, so that was nice. We'll wait for a couple of people to pop on, but I was just saying, Diane, that I have a card tonight using new products. I know you do not want any of the new products right now. She does not want to place an order for any new products. She wants to wait until the mini catalog comes out. But I really like this stamp set, so I think you will too. Hi Donna, welcome. So I'm using a new stamp set in Punch tonight, so I'm excited to share those with you guys. I created the card. I like it. I like the color combo. Some of our colors, the new colors and returning colors are coming. They are super pretty, especially when you start mixing them together. So I'm very excited about the color combo. Hopefully you guys are too. I ended up getting the card ready. I actually had it prepared last night. I tweaked it a little today. So, hi Deb, welcome. Thanks for joining us. So I have the card all ready. It's so much easier and less stress when I can get the card or whatever I'm doing together before the live, but it doesn't always work out that way. A lot of times I'm putting it together an hour before I come on live, so it's definitely a lot less stress. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. I did go ahead before I popped on here. I put everybody's name into the spinning wheel for last week because I said I was going to do a giveaway, and Mary Alice Winters Chorba is who won. And I have your address, Mary Alice, so don't you worry about get me your address. I have your address. I'll get your giveaway gift out. So I am super excited. I actually was I remembered that because a lot of times I do the drawing while we're going live, and I actually had a lot of people last week who joined me live. That's why I did the giveaway. I was like, well, there's a lot of people here, so let's do a giveaway. Yeah, exactly, Deb. It is total chaos if you can't get your stuff ready. I don't know how these people do it, where they're like, they have all their postings for the month. Some people have their postings for a year up because we can schedule post if you're not familiar with Facebook. If you don't have a business or a group page or anything, you can schedule post. And I've been really good about sitting down on a Sunday and scheduling all my posts for the week. So, and I'm trying to do 3 posts a day, morning, lunch, and dinner time post. It seems to be working. I seem to be getting some more interaction with my page. But hi Tina, wow, you made it, yay. Welcome. So that seems to be working to get the post, but I'm like, after it takes me roughly about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. When I first started scheduling my post a week in advance, it would take me like 5 to 6 hours. But I've gotten to the point where it's gotten a lot easier because I'm doing it all the time. But I don't think I'll ever be able to schedule anything a year in advance. Some of these people are crazy. So also, before we get started on the card, I want to let you guys know about the last chance items. They are going, and we only have, what is it, about a week left? Is it a week? I think it's yep, exactly a week. Well, yeah, exactly a week today we have until the last chance products are gone. So as of, I didn't check this afternoon, but as of last night, the layering circles were still available, which I'm using them also. I'm going to show you how to use them along with the punch. They were still available to purchase. If you do not have those layering circles, you need to get them. They are crucial. I use them all the time in my designs, my card designs. They're perfect. I think there's 16 dies, and they nestle and layer in with each other. And our punches, they work well with our circle punches. So we have 2 circle punches that came back, which they are not available as of yet. And then we have a new circle punch, which let me go ahead and turn you guys down so we can get going on our little project tonight, our little card. Let's see, let me see where we're at. All right, I think that might be actually pretty good. What do you guys think? Oh, that's a little, let's zoom it in a little bit. And then let me just, nope, wrong way, this way. Is it that way? Are we good? I think we're good. Oh my goodness. There we go. I think I might, I'll zoom it in one more time. There we go. All right, so let me show you actually the product first that I'm using. This is called Circle Sayings, and this is a pretty generic scent, and you can see in here the different sentiments, which are year-round. You've got smile, happy birthday, thinking of you, sending you a warm hello, because you're awesome, thank you. So, and then this celebrate. This is the one I've been using a lot of. So this is you've got the seashells here, you've got the flowers, and everything's circular, so you can use the circular punch, and it fits nicely on the stamp set. And it is a photopolymer stamp set. So if you like, some people prefer photopolymer over the cling. Some people like the cling better. I like both of them. They both have their advantages when you're stamping. So this one here I'm going to use, and I'm only using a couple of stamps in here, but let me bring in the, hi Amy, welcome. You've made it, yay. So let me bring in the card and show you guys the card that I'm actually going to use, or make. We're going to make this card. Isn't that pretty? So these colors are awesome together. This lemon lolly, you guys know from the last video that I was like totally in love with this lemon lolly. Am I saying that right? Lemon lolly? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Let's see, I don't even know if I have it here. Is that it? Lemon lolly. I'm not saying it wrong for once. And it goes so awesome with bubble bath. Can you guys see the pink? I've got the pink there. And then this gray is the pebbled path. So the pebbled path is one of the new in colors. And then the bubble bath and the lemon lolly are part of the color refresh. So they are, and I think the 3 of them go so awesome together. I always like the pinks and grays together. They just look really good, but then you throw that yellow in to give it that little pop of color. So I really like this. And this here is the punch, but then you can see I use the layering circles, the scallop circle behind it, and it nestles up into that really well. So again, these layering circles are crazy if you don't have them. I use them. We had layering squares, layering circles, and layering, I think it was rectangles. And the rectangles and the squares went away, and the layering circles stayed for another year or 2, and now they're going away. So I can't stress enough to get these while they're still available. There's 16 dies with them, and like I said, they'll go great with the circle punches we have. They coordinate well. So, yeah, the cupcake. That cupcake is really cute, and it's a lot of fun to color. So let me bring in, well, let me show you the designer series paper I'm using. You can see that DSP right there. That is actually from the 2023-2025 in colors. So you have you have 2 different designs in each of the colors, and then of course the backs have a design. So you get, I don't know, what is it, 4 each, 4, 8. You get 8 sheets in one of the in colors with the 2 different designs on the front and the back. So these are the in colors. We have, this one is Wild Wheat, which I know some of you guys aren't digging the in colors. I actually wasn't sure until I got them. Like, I was like, I don't know. But once I got them and put them together, I really like the way they look. They remind me of a fall or autumn colors. So there's the Pebbled Path. So this is the DSP that I used for that. So what do you guys think of the in colors? I know, Diane, you weren't really a fan. And but seeing them in person, they are really pretty. And like I said, they go really well together. This one here is, oh, what is it? Moody Mauve? Moody Mauve, this one is. It's like a pinkish, purplish, reddish color. It's really pretty. And then this one is Copper Clay. It's like a rust color. Very nice. And then, of course, we all have seen the Boho Blue. So I think the Boho Blue and the Mauve are the top 2 favorites of those. Donna, you're not a big fan of the in colors. I wasn't either. I'm going to tell you, I wasn't. But getting them up close and personal, I really like them. I see a lot of fall things happening with these. Yeah, exactly, Amy. She said that they're more subdued, and they are. But you can see them all together in action. So I do like them. I think because they are, like I said, more fallish type colors, it's hard to get used to them when it's springtime. So those are them. I like them. I think they're pretty together, and I think once you get them and you start using them, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's kind of pretty. So that is the, like I said, the 2023-2025 in color. 6x6 it comes in. And if you are a demonstrator, you can already get your hands on those. You should have already been able to as of our pre-order date on April 4th. If you are a Diane, you're not a fan, but you're going to get them. Yeah, I think once you get them, you'll be a little bit surprised once you start using them. So if you are not a demonstrator, you will have to wait till May 2nd to get most of these products I'm using. Or you can join my team and you can get them actually today. Joining the team is awesome. Being part of the team is awesome. I love my team members. They are amazing. Very talented. I can't believe the talent with my team. Super talented. Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. So they are so super sweet. I just love the team. It would be amazing if you join the team. We have meetings and swaps and all kinds of fun things. We interact with each other. It's a lot of fun. So if you're interested in joining, just let me know. Message me. I'll answer any questions you have. It's super easy to be part of the team. And you get a discount and you get all kinds of perks. So it would be awesome. So if you have questions, just let me know. I'd be happy to answer you. So that is the card. I didn't do anything on the inside. So let's bring in the pieces. I'm going to do the stamping first. So what you're going to need is a piece of scrap basic white so that we can stamp out the cupcake. And in this stamp set, you're actually going to use 2 different stamps. So there's the circle that says celebrate, 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 and then your cupcake, which is separate, which I like that. That's great, because then if you just wanted to use the cupcake for something, you could use that cupcake. Or if you just wanted to use the circle, you could use the circle. So the celebrate is going to be stamped in that beautiful bubble bath. I know Deb did her live last week and she was using the bubble bath, and she's like, it looks like Mr. Bubbles. It's the same pink. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Mr. Bubbles. That brought back memories. And it is. It's the same pink as Mr. Bubbles. And some of you younger people out there probably, which I don't know, I think we all know what Mr. Bubbles is. But if you're watching at a later date and you're younger, you're going to have to Google Mr. Bubbles. So we're just going to stamp that down. Isn't that pretty? It's so light, but it's not too light. It's just a real pretty pink. Oh, good, Dawn. You got this set. I like this. Like I was telling them, guys, it's a very versatile one that you're going to use all year round. You know, you've got a lot of different things you can use with it. So I really like it. I think it's awesome. And I'm a sucker for the punches. I love the punches. Before I punch that out, we're going to stamp this cupcake in the center. So I'm going to use the memento. That you can get right now if you're a customer. You can order memento. I think. I don't know if it's on back order or anything. So I'm just going to stamp this right in the middle. And then I'll color it before I punch it out. I guess it doesn't matter, but... So I don't have a lot of the new in color Stampin' Blends. Yeah, exactly. I don't have a lot of Stampin' Blends. I wish I was a millionaire and I could afford everything on pre-order day, but unfortunately I cannot. So I ordered what I could order, and I'm going to work on getting those new Stampin' Blends, because I would have colored this using the Pebbled Path and the Bubble Bath, but I don't have those. So I am going to use light Flirty Flamingo for the cupcake icing, and then light Smoky Slate for the bottom. So they kind of, I mean, this, you know, this is a little darker, but the pink kind of matches pretty good. So I'm going to just color that. So we do have a lot of Stampin' Blends, new Stampin' Blends coming. All the inks, there's a lot of inks. Just a lot of stuff coming. I can't wait for you guys to see the new catalog. Now, if you are a current customer of mine and you have shopped with me within the last 6 months, I have already sent your packet out. You should have received them by now, because I sent them, I want to say it was last Friday or Saturday. I'm not quite sure, but anyways, you should have received your packet from me in the mail. If you are not a customer of mine, but you would like to be, just let me know, and I would love to get you out a catalog. I don't know, I like this catalog. Every time they put out a catalog, I'm like, nope, it'll never get better. And then the next one comes out, and I'm like, how do they do it? How do they know? My only complaint is the flowers. But the thing is, they have so many people wanting flowers, the flower stamps. Lots of people love the flower stamps. I love flowers, but sometimes we need to take a break from those flowers, don't we? So here is, it's all colored. So now what I'm going to do is take this punch. Like I said, this goes with the stamp set. You can buy them together, save 10%, or if you wanted to buy them separately, you can do that also, but you won't save that 10%. So you can see it frames that up nicely. Just going to punch that out, and there that is. And then the last bit of stamping on this card is I'm going to bring in the Pebbled Path. It's a gray, but it's a brown. It's like a dirty gray, I guess. If you look at it, sometimes you look at it, you're like, that's brown, and then other times you look at it and it looks like a gray. So I like the way that this is, this color here. So here is this piece of Lemon Lolly. This one is cut 2 by 5 1/4. So in your stamp set, there is this happy birthday. So we're going to pull that one out. And I'm going to stamp happy birthday right there, right there, and then I'm going to go to the end and stamp one right here. So that's going to be covered up with the circle. So if this wasn't on camera, I would have been able to line that happy birthday up. You guys can see this one's a little higher. If that bugs you, just make sure you line them up. You can use a stamping tool positioner if you have one. I know the Stamparatus is no longer with us, but if you purchased one of those, you could use that to make sure it's nice and straight. Or, like I said, this one I got really straight. When there's a camera in front of you, am I upside down? I'm not upside down. When there's a camera in front of you, it's so hard to get everything to line up without getting your head in the way. And you guys who do live streams know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's bring in the rest of the pieces of this card. So I already, to save time, I used one of the layering circles, which, where are those? Let me get those so I can show you guys. So these, again, I've shown these off. These are the layering circles. Again, if you don't have them, before they are gone forever, I highly recommend these. I have used these tons of times, so they are awesome. So that's the scalloped, I don't know which one I used, I think it was that one there. And that's going to fit nicely. This cupcake's going to look nicely on there. Yeah, the punch is really awesome. There's pros and cons about, you know, the punches versus the dies. The dies are small. They're easier to store. The punches are big and bulky. A lot of people don't like that. The punches are quick if you're like, oh, I just want to make a card really quick, or I have a bunch of things I want to punch out quick. It's nice and quick to do that. You know, there's just pros and cons. I like having both of them. You know, sometimes, like I said, there's times when you're like, oh, I just want to grab a punch. I don't want to get the machine out. I don't want to get the dies out. I don't want to do this hassle. So I just use the liquid glue. You could use any kind of glue. I don't know. I like the liquid glue. But look at how nice that just layers that up. It just gives that little bit of pop of pink behind there with that nice little scallop. So they go so well with these punches. All right, so we're going to set that aside, and let's bring in our card base. So here's the bubble bath. So pretty. So this is the A2 size. Gotta find my bone folder. Finding the dies, yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that one too. I try to keep the basic dies, like the circle dies and the different basic shape dies. I keep them in the, I don't know where I just put them. But here's the deckled ones. Now these ones I have to redo. Usually what I do is I print a picture from our online shop here of the rectangle dies, of whatever die I have. And then on the side, I would label it the deckled rectangle dies. This is just one of our stamping cases. And then I have the magnetic sheets. So those I'll keep separate. And then any of the dies that coordinate, let me see if I can find one. Let's see. So like this is a new one, Zany Zoo. So they have coordinating dies. So I keep the stamps and the dies together. Just so if I'm going to use that one, because sometimes I forget, oh, did this have a die or not? So that's one of my ways of trying to keep myself a little bit more organized. This is a cute set too. We used that last week. But, yeah, it's definitely difficult when you have a bunch of stamp stuff and you're like, where is it? What do I do with it? So I'm going to put this on the inside first so I don't forget. Yeah, exactly, Deb. It's, I don't know, to me, I find it easier to just keep them with the stamp set and get those magnetic sheets. Those, you can get a couple of different, you can get adhesive backed sheets or non-adhesive. I get the adhesive ones and they fit perfectly. I get them on Amazon. They fit perfectly on your on the stamp cases, and it's just perfect. So there's the inside, nothing fancy on the inside. And then let's decorate the front. So you're going to take this piece of pebbled path. Oh, wow, Don, you have them in alphabetical order. That's awesome. I try to keep mine in alphabetical order. It does help. And then I have to go through and rearrange them after I've been playing because they're all put back all crazy like. But I have a separate shelf in my craft area that are just like the shape dies. So this is just going to go on the front. Again, use whatever kind of glue you'd like. So this will give that, look at how pretty. I just love that color combo. And then we're going to take our piece of DSP. This is cut, oh, did I say this was cut 2 and, this one here is actually cut 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. This one is cut 2 by 5 1/4. Yeah, I don't know. You guys were probably like, that is not cut at 2, lady. Just stop lying to us. I know. There's so much remembering going on. So again, the liquid glue. So with this, I didn't go right to the very bottom. I left a little space there. So make sure we're not crooked. There we go. And then this piece will go right up at the top here. And then I cover that DSP just a little bit. Whoa. That's what I like about the liquid glue is you have time to kind of finagle it where you want it to go. So then this guy here, I just popped that up with the Stampin' Up dimensionals. I discovered, and I do like the binder one is nice, but I discovered this app called Evernote, and there is a person that you can pay, I think it's $10 a month, or not a month, a year, and you'll have access to all of the stamp sets that have been, I think it goes back to like 2000, I want to say 2012 or 2008, somewhere in there. And she has all the stamp sets listed, dies, punch, everything, like all the catalogs from then. And then you can go in and you can Google search, or not Google search, but search in this Evernote the stamp set that you have, and it'll pull it up and it'll tell you exactly what catalog it's from, what coordinated with it, if it had dies. So it's really cool. I can't remember where I got her name from. I think it was in our demonstrator page. And the Evernote app is free, but you can pay if it gets too full, but I haven't had any issues with it. And then you can store all your stamps in there, and then you can put you can build yourself like a kind of like a catalog in there and list all of your stamps in there. And then when you go in there, they'll all be in there digitally, and you can see all the pictures, the prices, everything. It's a really, really good app if you like that digital stuff. Some people prefer the actual physical, looking through a binder, looking through stuff. So I do like the binder idea too. I'm looking for, there they are. This one here, these dots here, these are the 2023, 2025 in color dots. So they have all of the in colors, and they have 3 different sizes. So you can see I've been using these, but I thought it would be cute to put the pebbled path. Get my, yeah, let's see here. I know, Tina. I'm like, I wanted to share that with you, but I'm like, yeah, she would not like the digital part of it. So I have the take a pick tool. I just turned the point around for the spatula end. The point, I was having a hard time trying to get these dots off with the point. So all I'm doing is I'm putting the gray, the pebbled path on the little dots on here. So what I found was very helpful was I kind of push the dot up next to the next one, and sometimes it flips over and sometimes it stands up on its side, and you're able to kind of get that dot. Sometimes these are really tricky to get off of here. See how I push that up and it's on that other dot? Now I can put my spatula back there. Perfect. And then I took 2 of these guys. I took the bigger one of the bubble, is it not bubble bath? Is that bubble bath? No. Moody Mauve. So I took a bigger one and then a medium sized one and kind of just put that over there. And then that's it to the card. Isn't that card cute? So easy to come together. It's got mostly all new products, except for the what do you call it there? The Stampin' Blends. But other than that, that's that. Yeah, I kind of miss the paper to pen too. I like writing things down and stuff like that. So let me flip you guys back up. Let's get you guys over here. I'm upside down. There we go. So that was the card. I hope you guys enjoyed that card. Again, the new catalog is coming out on May 2nd. And if you guys are customers of mine, you should have already received it in the mail, a package from me with some little extras in it. And if you are not a I was almost going to call you catalog. If you are not a customer of mine and you would like a catalog, just let me know. I have no problems mailing you out one. Just message me and I'll get your information. I can get you one out. So get shopping for your last chance products. Get those layering circle dies. If you guys, and I think all of you have them that are here, but if you don't, get online, get those circle dies. You're going to be shooting yourself in the foot when they're gone, and you're going to be like, oh, I should have listened to her. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Mary Alice, I will get your gift mailed out this week, and I will talk to you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for being here and joining me tonight, and have a great rest of your week. Bye, guys.